Hello! I first want to apologize for the last video. I don't know why those black bars appeared around the edges. I think I must have accidentally pressed something in the recording software. I'm not quite familiar with it, and I was using the recording software so much because the last video had quite a lot of uninteresting content that I really needed to remove. In any case, I'll be more careful next time. I have mostly been waiting. I researched some technologies, but I was waiting to get leadership, which recently was given to me by my indispensable allies, and I must wait until I have 3 more knowledge points so that I can research it. And once I research it, I will expand to another tile. But first I have to build another Elders Council, which I'm doing. I also built a forum. I discovered that I actually can use this clay underwater, so I'm doing that, which means I've built some potters. I've also built more farms over here, trying not to build too many apple farms because I don't want to rely on apples too much because they're slightly less efficient than other forms of food. Of course, I want to have all 3 forms of food in large numbers, but at the moment, I keep that limited. And other than that, I've just been waiting for the population to increase, for food to stabilize. Things have been pretty slow. And that's all. But my main issue here, however, is, let's see, switch here. Okay. I want to expand, but I don't know where I want to expand. I want to take this tile. Without question, it has gold. That tile is mine, for sure. Which means I will have to expand toward that tile. And because the terrain is so rugged, I can only access that tile if I build settlements along here. I'll need to build in every tile, basically, a settlement, which will require a lot of people and a lot of micromanagement and a lot of time and a lot of, what is it called, state power as well, which I won't have access to in the beginning. So I don't know where I want to expand. My initial plan was to expand to this tile, which is pretty good. It also has obsidian, which I want. However, I need to work toward this gold tile. And so I just need to ignore all of this, more or less, which stinks for me, because that means I will not reduce the number of movement points necessary to move along this coast, which is what I initially planned to do so I could trade with my allies. And that's why they're helping me as well, so that I can develop and become a good trade partner. But I want the gold. The gold is, without question, my goal. So I will have to find a way to traverse sea tiles without suffering the penalty of my people just dying randomly, and I don't know how to do that. Anyway, that's the current plan, but mostly I'm just waiting. I have finally researched leadership, and I thus will now switch to it. I have already switched to Protect of the People, which gives me +6 legitimacy, and now I'll switch to leadership, which gives me more state power, more administration, and removes this conflict penalty. The leader thing is irrelevant, basically. Giving me leader superiority, which improves my legitimacy, and most importantly, contribution. I thought I'd change this. There. And that will help my leader accumulate wealth, which will help improve his legitimacy. Senate Ministry, I'm not sure where superiority is mentioned, but oh well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, now that we have leadership, loyalty should go way up, conflict should go way down. And conflict going down means our population growth will increase. This also means that I did remember to press record. Very good. Sometimes I forget. This means that I'm ready to expand. So I will. I want to expand with 30 males and 30 females. However, I think that might be too much. I can do 20 males and 20 females. I think that's fine. So this will be settlers. And then this group will expand to the north. We'll expand to, let me check my map. Yeah, so expand to the tile, one tile north of me for the clay, and also the farmland. That hill only has coal and fish, and I don't need either of those things, so we'll use this swamp. And then we move through the swamp, which will then reduce the movement cost of this tile to 1 movement point, which will then allow us to move up here and eventually reach our goal of this gold-producing province. So, I suppose I'll be back in 3 hours once they have enough action points. They'll need 14 action points plus 25 for settling, so that's 39 action... Oh, it's only 1 hour. Alright then, I suppose I'll be back then. In the meantime, I will... Oh wait, no, I can't. I want to get livestock next, but I can't do that because I don't have enough culture points, so I suppose I'll just wait. Until then. Oh! I should have cleared my throat before I started recording. Anyway, hello, as you can see, I've founded another city. It's called Claydig. It's, my connection has been not so good today, but Claydig has clay. I discovered, however, that only one of Claydig's 3 fish sources is accessible, and so I have to farm apples there, unfortunately. The good news is that there is a source of meat in Claydig that I just overlooked. So now it has leather and meat. Well, not now. It will have those things once this is done being researched. Animal capture. Oh, what's this? A decimal point. The game showed decimal points previously. Fun. I also have all these other things being researched. They will require quite a lot of time, but time is what I have. I believe I have one more, yes. There, good. This will be done very quickly. Privileges, which will allow me to accumulate more wealth. And I don't know what this does, but I'm getting it. In any case, Claydig's population is 90 already. I settled it with 40 people, 20 men and 20 women. Well, cool, I guess. Solburg just has more farms now. Getting more apples, getting more wheat, getting more carrots. And I just got 20 wood for free. Okay. Anyway, Claydig will be my wood production facility. Other than that, I'm just waiting. My goal now is to increase my population enough that I can produce everything I need in large quantities to be able to expand. Particularly food. That's my main goal right now. I just need more plants to make more fields. And if I could finally get my hunters back, that would be good too. Anyway, that's all, really. So, until later, I suppose. Here they come. Here they come. So some things have happened since I last recorded. As you can see, my warriors are returning. The sheep migrated to this tile. I thought they didn't cross mountains, but apparently they do. Nice of them to do that long after I settled my city. They could have done that earlier, but oh well. Now I have sheep, and I'm bringing them back to Solburg. I had just enough action points. There they are, the sheep. And so now, I will finally produce meat. And the good news is, for me anyway, that I will have more or less a monopoly on meat because apparently there are no domesticatable species anywhere else on the continent because they don't spawn in deserts or Mediterranean biomes. And almost this entire continent is deserts and Mediterranean biomes. And so I seem to have the only sheep. So good thing I didn't kill them all. I didn't know that I would have this monopoly, but anyway, since I last recorded, I have built some more farms, expanded things, built some councils over here. I think I built 2 more houses. I also have much more culture, and I'm now getting barter, which I want to enact as soon as possible. I also got privileges and salt animal capture. Oh yes, and leadership as well. Right, which allowed me to make my other city. Anyway, this has a worker, right? Yes, it does. So I will then deposit those 4 sheep, and there they are. And oh, I forgot to build a... Oh, I see. I don't have animal breeding, I just have animal capture. Oh, so the animals are just, the sheep are just stuck in the paddock now, and I can't make more sheep. Yeah, okay, well, never mind then. Anyway, once I start producing meat, however, I will have a monopoly on it, and I will be able to export it for very high prices. And also, I will be the only one who has any clothing as well, because apparently there's no flax or anything out there. My allies are, they are very eager for my sheep to finally be bred. And I have to wait now. Anyway, I'm not expanding my farms anymore. I'm producing 7.8 carrots, that's fine. I will wait to build more farms until I get barter, because barter will increase the efficiency of my buildings. My current building efficiency is minus 20%, and once I replace that with barter, then I'll have a greater building efficiency, which means I'll be able to attach more farms, or more fields to each farm. Anyway, I'm trying to think of other things to say, because what I plan to do in this recording is not happening. Oh yes, my ally here, Desert Fox, has sent a scout to Claydig because I have come into contact with an ally across the sea. And he is trying to make contact with us and he can't because the sea is very dangerous. But this has revealed to me that there is no land out here. I don't need to worry about this. I still am ignoring this barbarian. Oh, I see. He has a score of 0. Oh no, that's a state power, never mind. So I don't know where he is, if he still exists, if he's still a threat. Actually, I could try to find him on the list of players. Let's see. I guess he would be called barbarians, right? Well, he might be. There. Oh, that's me? That's I. Nominative. That is I, Solburg, 2. United Empire. No, I don't think this guy is anywhere. I'm pretty sure he's nothing to worry about. Yeah. Whatever. Anyway, I suppose I'll be back then once I've gotten barter in about 7 hours. Okay, well, the 2 things happened. I received animal breeding from my ever so gracious allies in the south, who have been propping me up this whole time. And also I got barter, and now tutorial guy needs to go away. Okay, tutorial guy is gone. Now, the UI seems to have become bugged a little bit, showing my money instead of my culture, even though I shouldn't have money because I have not switched to barter yet, though I will, which is why I'm recording now. So I will reload the screen, and that should fix things, yes. So, let's, where is it? Economy. I'm annoyed too. I cannot cancel this research either. So I'm just stuck with it, even though it will probably fail. I'm annoyed. I have to wait until tomorrow just to start researching animal reading, which takes 12 hours to research. Whatever, 30. So be it. Anyway, gift economy, no. Fair exchange, yes, do it. Bam. Okay, now we have money, and we are losing money. And that's normal. When you first start, where is it? When you first start using fair exchange. Wait a minute. New building merchant. Yeah, I need that. I kind of need that right now because you see, I need the merchants in order to be able to feed, because my people have no access to food right now. So I need to build merchants, and I don't have access to them. Maybe I need to load the screen again. Don't know. That's a bit worrying. Though. Actually, I know what I can do in Claydig. In Claydig, I can have the farm sell its products with a stand, since I don't produce enough to need a merchant anyway, because merchants always sell 7 of something, and I can't sell 7 of this because I'm not producing 7 of it. Yeah, for some reason the merchants aren't appearing. That's an issue. But oh well, we'll just make an apple stand. Actually, it really doesn't matter where I make it. I'll just put it inaccessible. Okay. I'll just put it here, I guess. Doesn't matter. Okay, and then I also need a meat stand as well. And I guess I'll just put it next to the building. Why not? Okay, and a fish stand finally. Which is this one. Anyway, this is what I'll be doing. I'm recording this once again because I thought things would be great once I made the reform, but then I encountered yet another problem and things are not great after passing the reform. That seems to be how things always go. I loaded some tiles and logged out and logged back in, and then the building, there it is, merchant, appeared in my list of buildings. And so I deleted those stands, built these merchants, and now I'm distributing each of the 4 types of food, but not the 5th one. I am getting all of the wheat, meaning I will be able to plant many more wheat fields much more quickly because the wheat's not being consumed by my population, which means I'll be able to finally produce enough wheat that I can feed my population with it. So that's hopefully 5 foods available to my population. That would be great. And once I get animal husbandry, my meat production will increase as well as my leather production, and so that's all pretty good. Each of these distributes 7 resources, and so I would be distributing all of my apples, except I'm maintaining a stock, and so some of the production is being kept for increasing stocks. Because I'm producing more than 7, however, I just get all the extra production of carrots to be put into my stock. So everything is good here. Also, because the building efficiency has been increased, I can build many more fields with my farms, which is why I was hesitant to build more of them, because I knew I would just be able to upgrade the farms and eventually I wouldn't need to build extra farms. And I also realized I made a mistake that I set my leader's contribution to 25%. I mistook that for privileges. Privileges have to be 25%, and contributions should be 80%. Right now, because I want my leader's wealth to increase a bit more quickly, later I'll set it to probably 90 or 95%. What else? Oh yes, also I discovered that this guy is actually called Chiefdom of Barbarians. And so, if I look at the list of people and I try to find Chiefdom of Barbarians, you may note there is no Chiefdom of Barbarians. They're not in the game anymore. Which might be why that treaty proposal has never disappeared. I thought that was rather odd, that Das Goldene Rad? Okay. I thought that was rather odd, that this group didn't appear to actually exist. I'm checking the list again to make sure I didn't miss it the first time. I don't think so, though. Baconia, very nice. Oh. I have achieved a much higher place since I last checked. Anyway, Barbarians probably isn't here. I think I did just kill him. Oh no! Oh no, there he is! I was wrong. Okay. He has a higher score than I do. Interesting. I thought I had killed him, so apparently that group was not his entire population. Oh well. I don't know where he is. Maybe there is more land near me that I'm just not aware of. Nah. Anyway, I can't send explorers or anything because I can't make any more formations because that requires money and I no longer have any money. I will need to wait probably about a week before I will have an actual income, enough that I can do things. Because right now, I will wait until I have some more plants, then I will expand the farms, and each field costs some money, and then my money will be constantly going down. And I have no source other than my leader's personal wealth, and so things will be very slow. Also, these require money now. Oh, some of them require money. Yeah, like Potter's Wheel will now require 110 gold. And that will require quite a lot of just sitting around, waiting. So, that's what I'll be doing. Hopefully I won't be killed by the barbarians. Hello again. I have been away for a while, doing some things as well. I have developed clay dig quite a bit more. I've made some clay diggers, actually. And I've also increased meat production and fish production. However, my problem is that I switched to barter, and my income is so low that I need almost an entire day just to make enough money to build a few farms. And I am saving my money for tributes, which requires 50 coins. And for that I need to wait about 2 or 3... It's either 2 or 3 hours or 2 or 3 cycles. I'm not certain which. I think it's cycles. So that would be 2 or 3 hour and 30 minutes, i.e. about 3 to 4 hours probably I need to wait. This frustrates me because I so much want to research, but I can't because I need money. Well, from some of it I need money. There's also animal breeding, which doesn't require any money, but the issue is that, of course, if I research this, I would go up to 126 culture use, and then I wouldn't have the 22 necessary to research tributes. But of course I need to wait anyway, so actually I think I might as well get animal breeding. Since it doesn't cost anything. Yeah, that seems fine. 10 hours, can you manage that? What else? Yeah, I want to build more farms here because this farm could work quite a few more fields, but unfortunately, they each cost 5 coins. I don't want to do that. Also, I had this event, Asylum Seekers in Clay Dig. This is bad because I don't have any defenders here. Also, I'm mining stone as well. Should probably stop doing that actually and reallocate my resources. Anyway, I'll worry about that later. At the moment, I'm going to do some javelins actually. I could transfer these javelins to Clay Dig, but that would cost money. So I think what I'll do actually is just not click through this event. I'll just leave it undecided. And I think it will remain there for, I want to say a day, maybe 2 days, so I have plenty of time. So I will wait until I start researching tributes, which will allow me to tax things finally and increase my income, and then I will transfer these javelins to Clay Dig to allow them to defend themselves from the barbarian attackers, which will come from that event. Anyway, Solburg is producing quite a lot of carrots. Oh, and has a lot of extra people actually. It has developed those overnight. Interesting. 93% vital needs. Okay. Well, anyway, I need to, oh yes, I need to use my wood production as well. I need to move the wood from here, from Clay Dig, to Solburg. And to do that, I need to spend money. And I don't want to spend money. I really wish there was some way that the people of my civilization could transfer the goods themselves. These people have wood, these people don't have wood, so you'd think there would be some sort of trade automatically being made here, but no, because I'm not really in control of the civilization. I'm in control of some robots, some AIs that kind of act like people a little bit sometimes. Anyway, nothing much has changed down here. However, I have learned more about this continent, and hopefully I'll get a map sometime soon and make contact, but that probably won't happen for a while. In any case, I also got some horses through random events, and these are extremely important because I think they're the only horses on this continent, which means I'll have a monopoly on those, as well as a monopoly on sheep. So that should do a lot of good for me. Of course, still need to get all the necessary technologies to be able to afford these things. I'm losing wood because I'm making pottery. I could also just stop making pottery. But I find that pottery increases the life quality of my people by quite a lot, furnishings. And increasing their life quality makes them reproduce more, which is always good for me. Anyway, that's what I'll be doing for a while, waiting to get money in order to be able to research tributes, and once I have tributes, I'll be able to tax, and finally, I'll be able to do things in the game. It'll be very exciting. Good news! I finally had enough money to make some militia in Clay Dig, and so I will finally click that button, and the battle will begin soon. But I also received a very nice gift of 20 stone, 20 fish, and 15 meat from a person on my Discord server. And so because of that, I will have a very big population increase because meat and fish are this kind of superfood. And also, I have spent all the money I need to spend on technologies, and so finally, I can put people to work, build buildings, expand my facilities here, and I will do that, of course, off-screen. That's an issue. The barbarians actually won the fight. And they took a few items. That's very strange. I should have won that battle quite easily. Well, anyway, I will now need to make some more defenders and attackers as well to clear those barbarians, but I don't think those barbarians will ever move from that point. I think they, I think they are stuck there because their event spawned instead of city spawned. So I'm not terribly worried about it. Anyway, back to building. I have done some building. I extended my wheat fields by quite a lot. I built some granaries here to make my stockpile zone more efficient, considering it's just this little plateau. And I also moved 3 officials out of research so that the officials could go back to work here. I also built some more buildings, some more houses. And because the officials are back in the population, they can improve their life quality. Because if they are all researching, then none of them can have access to food. And so their life quality will massively diminish, which will then reduce their ability to research. So I need to not have quite all of them do this, and that's fine. Yeah, it was 76 earlier, now it's 77. So the success chance will increase as their life quality increases. And that's important considering this costs 50 coins, and I'm a little in debt right now. In any case, I am making a lot of money, and there are many available jobs, most of them in production of food and distribution and production of tools. And I will then, once this finishes breeding, I will make some sheep and horse farms. And that'll be exciting. But until then, much more waiting. Also, I found that I'm consuming wood at such a high rate that I don't think clay dig will be sufficient. Not even that place has enough trees. So I'm not sure what I'll do about my wood consumption. I guess I'll have to make another wood cutting colony somewhere. I'm not sure.